Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Avengers tie-ins into the Avengers versus X-Men crossover. And we're going to do New Avengers issues 25 to 27 written by Brian Michael Bendis and just jaw-dropping art by Mike Deodato. He just kills it in these issues. And they're pretty solid tie-ins. Like, before I spoil for you guys, they really present a pretty interesting story and a really interesting angle into this crossover. And we're going to cover two other issues that are Uncanny X-Men number 13, written by Kieron Gillen, and the Versus issue number 4, which we just get a little bit of a cool battle between Daredevil and Psylocke and Thor versus Phoenix Emma Frost. So without further ado, we're going to get into the first and foremost with the New Avengers, where they had a really interesting idea of fusing the Iron Fist mythos with the Phoenix Force. And like, before I go on, look at the art by Mike Deodato in these issues is fantastic. Look at it. It's just beautiful. Because what I learned pretty recently is that there's, within Chinese mythology, there's a whole relationship between dragons and phoenixes. And as we see here, and when I went back to read this particular tie-in, I thought it was pretty ingenious the way they were able to work that into the main crossover. And I know next to nothing about the Iron Fist mythos in general, but the whole idea of the Phoenix and the dragon it's really awesome. Again, look at this art. It's spectacular. So what we discovered is, way back in the day, in ancient times, there was a girl that the head honcho of Kunlun, I don't know what's this guy's name, the guy with the shroud on his head, seeks her out because he sees a prophecy where she's going to be the wielder of the Iron Fist, but also possess the power of the Phoenix that is coming to Earth. And this has to happen because destiny. So they seek this girl out. They find her within the population near Kunlun. They train her. She's a very passionate girl. Like, they're trying to teach her how to contain herself and focus her powers. But she's naturally a fantastic fighter. They also have to teach her how to control her anger, because she's already starting to have like flash ups with the Phoenix Force, just like as we've seen with Hope. Because the way they're starting to present this story is that Hope is like the reincarnation, or every so many generations, somebody like Hope pops up on Earth to become the host of the Phoenix Force and maybe the Iron Fist at the same time. Because what happens in this story is that this young lady takes control of the Iron Fist, but when the Phoenix Force arrives on Earth, she gets possessed by the Phoenix Force. And after this happens, she goes out into the galaxy to fulfill her destiny and her personal mission. But like, as I mentioned previously, during these 3 issues, Deodato's art just does not let up. It's fantastic. So we cut to the modern day. We got this. I don't know the name of this guy, so put in the comments below. But he's the guy who runs Kunlun. He's like Iron Fist's boss. We have Hope, who's taken refuge in Kunlun. So she starts training because they said, look, you have to learn how to control yourself, just like we saw previously with that girl way back in the day. So, but you're not going to train with Iron Fist. Instead of that, you're going to start training with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has the key in teaching you how to be able to control yourself. So we get this whole situation with Spider-Man and Hope. They sort of do not stand each other, but as the issue progresses, like, they learn how to work with each other. And thanks to this relationship, Hope, once she takes control of the Phoenix Force, she's going to be able to show more restraint and discipline in controlling it and getting the Phoenix Force to do what she wants and not what the other way around. So these 3 tie-in issues are pretty cool. They build up the Hope character. They build up the Kunlun mythos. Makes me want to read more Iron Fist stuff. That where I live here in Argentina, nothing gets published of Iron Fist, but I'm going to have to get my hands on it. Also builds up Spider-Man's role in this crossover, which was very small, but here he gets a small spotlight. Then we go to Uncanny X-Men issue number 13, which we have this whole team, the mutant team that Hope Summers had. And I never showed interest in this particular story, and these characters in general, I never found them to be too interesting. I think they were called Generation Hope. And they sort of telegraphed the whole situation that the Phoenix Force is going to split into five beings, because I can't remember this guy's name. Like, my memory today is terrible. Unit tells them about how the Phoenix Force has these generals, or uses other hosts, or subdivides himself. So we're sort of like setting the stage for the Phoenix Five, for that's going to happen in the story. But Uncanny X-Men number 13, it's pretty much filler. It's nothing very interesting goes down in that story. At least nothing compared to the new Avengers tie-in. But then we have the Versus issue, which we have a pretty awesome battle with Daredevil and Psylocke. Both have ninja training. Both have a relationship with the hand. Both sort of on the power level. They're almost equal. I feel like Psylocke is much more powerful than Daredevil, but Daredevil maybe might have more skill than she does. So this battle's it's pretty even, and I think it even ends up with a tie. And then we get it. But as I said before, these Versus issues really don't build up any story. It's just cool to see these characters battle, but there's not even too many good character moments in these stories to show an interesting aspect of Daredevil or stuff like that. We don't get it. And Thor versus Emma Frost, where the cool thing is that Thor has no issue to go with a killing blow against Emma Frost. He straight up smashes her in her diamond form, but she's able to put a fast one on Odinson and gets defeated. So I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you guys liked it. This one's sort of a mess, but I'm going to cover all the tie-ins. So bye. See you guys next time.